Hey, welcome to another episode of Genre Play. You probably, if you saw session 0, if you're a patron, you saw us create our characters. And for Daggerheart, made by Darrington Press, the people you may have heard to do Critical Role. They're kind of
nobodies, but they're trying to get.
They're going to get somewhere. Someday they'll get popular. And we're going to be playtesting this game. Or playtesting. What version is it, Greg? Beta
142, I think.
142. I think there's like maybe one more version coming out or something. I thought I heard.
When 1.5 comes out, that'll be their last beta version, and then they're going to start releasing the actual books.
Nice.
But you can play the beta version as long as you want forever. It's free for your entertainment.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm going to be a player. Greg is the GM, and he's going to run us through this. We have never really played Daggerheart. I just say that, but then I have played a little bit of something on the side.
Yeah, and also there was Patty, who's played twice.
Oh, yes. What am I saying? Yeah. Never mind. The Chaz is the complete 100% of me. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're still pretty new to it. So, and Greg will help us out and explain everything to everybody because it's all new.
And do you want to mention the session 0 is available for Patreons if they're into
Yes. Yeah, if you go to the Patreon, you can get sessions, all of our session 0s for any of our games are up there. Plus, you get early access to all these episodes. So, and if we ever censor out F words, you'll get all the uncensored. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Chaz?
Well, way to go, Greg, and let the cat out of the bag if he didn't want to let anybody know about that right now.
Right.
Come back. The reason I brought it up is because Session 0 Daggerheart is interesting because the world map was created by me somewhat, but then filled in by all the players. So all the stuff that we're going to be using is, if anything that you don't like, it's your all's fault, not mine.
And also character creation is kind of fun because of that element of the details that we cooperatively come up with our connections. So if you want to see that bit, that was in session 0 as well.
Yeah.
How we're going to be kind of what leads to our role playing a little bit and nicknames and fun stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. And we created our character sheets over at GenrePlay, and it's really user friendly UI. So, all right. Well, take it away, Greg.
Okay. Without further ado, let me zoom in on this little. Okay. In the heart of a stormy night, a bolt of lightning illuminates a grand cathedral, or perhaps more like a Gothic castle. It's silhouetted etched against the sky, however you're supposed to say that. But there is a sinister green light that flickers from within it, casting eerie shadows as thunder rolls ominously through the air. The significance of this remains shrouded for now, but it may come back later. But now we're going to shift a little bit from that little scene. We come to the perilous Deep Shore Peninsula. I'm going to go ahead and share a bit of what we came up with here. If I can remember how.
There's a map.
And we come to the Deep Shore Peninsula here, where the frequency of orc and goblin raids has escalated, particularly along the neck in this area. The narrow entrance there. Navigating the treacherous Shroomwood next to it has become more perilous than ever because of it. However, Deep Shore is a city of trade and prosperity, stands as a beacon of peace against the turmoil, or perhaps some might call it a bubble from the outside world. Its government is governed by a benevolent king and queen, the Everglade royal family. But these, however, are big events, happenings, political movements, whatever you might think, and they don't really affect you, surely, right? The players. So, let's start the character story. You are sailing back from the Shallows. The Shallows is down here, right there. A fortress city on the mainland. You escorted a deep shore inventor who is going to give the Shallows an advantage against the undeadlings, the small undead creatures that you guys decided were a bunch of undead halflings from the Ring of Undeadlings. It's a noble mission for some of you, particularly Jack, and a big payday for the rest of you, Agaris and Bruce.
Agaricus. I'll
Agarigus. Agarigus.
Just like the psychedelic mushroom, which everybody
Speaking
knows
of which,
about, obviously.
obviously. Speaking of which, it was also valuable for Agaricus because you were able to sell some of those mushrooms that do not grow in the mainland, unbeknownst to maybe some of the other party members. But now you are heading back to Deep Shore. And I lost where I was. Oh. However, you awaken to the sound of fighting. You get up and get your things together. You're in the belly of a sailing ship for which you had helped to escort this inventor. When suddenly, after you get your armor on and everything's prepared, 3 undeadlings bust through the door of your lower deck room. They stand 2 feet tall, little creatures that may look like small halflings, except their claws look like the skin has been stripped off from the tips and their phalange bones have been sharpened to a point. And we enter what is known as the tutorial battle. So,
tutorial battle.
So yes, a little battle to get us used to how some of the combat mechanics work. I have no fear. Oh, go ahead.
Are we going to be able to roll everything from this character sheet, or we need to use actual dice?
Yeah, you can roll right from the.
Yeah, you can roll from the.
All right, cool.
I, however, did get this little. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's like a. Oh gosh, it's a calculator. What is it called?
Abacus.
Abacus. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can
So
track
I can do
fear.
little counters. Yep,
Cool.
exactly. But I have none because it's a tutorial battle. We're just starting out. So to get started, who wants to go first? As they cannot act first.
Can you please set the scene one more time? We're on our way to the Shallows.
You're on your way back to Deep Shore.
From the Shallows. Okay.
From the Shallows. You were sleeping. You awoke to battle going on above deck when suddenly these 3 undeadlings busted through your door to your cabin under here. Is
it shadowy? Is this nighttime?
It is very shadowy in here. There is a oil lamp on both sides, but it's casting shadows all over the place. If you need something to be here, it's here. Just make it up.
Can I jump shadows to behind them and then do an attack?
You absolutely can. Do you have to roll anything to do shadow jump? You just have to spend a stress, right?
Marker stress, yes.
So go ahead and mark 2 hope too. Everyone starts with 2 hope if you don't have it marked already.
Oh yes. Do have
except doesn't Jack have something that? Sorry, I'm vaguely remember. He has something that gives everyone 3 hope to start out, right?
No. Yeah, at the beginning of each session, roll a number of d4 dice equal to your spellcast trait and store them to the right.
Yeah.
You roll 2d4, so I will go ahead and roll that. And
yeah.
the result is 4.
Nice. Yeah, so you can spend those to aid yourself or an ally within far range. You can do it to reduce any incoming damage, or you can add it to the result after they roll.
Okay.
You do have to spend a hope to do it, looks like. And I thought you had something. I must be thinking of a different character. I thought you had something that gives everyone to start with 3 hope instead of 2, but I guess not. Anywho. Yeah, all of you start with 2 hope, and you can do that. So you spend a stress. What does it look like when your character goes into a shadow? I guess it doesn't look like anything.
It just looks like I walk in and then I come back out. Yeah.
Bam.
It's
Bam.
vanish. Pew pew. Yeah, I just kind of leap and pew, leap into a shadow. Let's just say I leap. Let's just say I do a backflip into a shadow on the ground. So I just fall into the shadow, and then I leap back up from the other floor on the opposite from behind these undeadlings.
Yeah.
And then I will stab at sneak attack one of them, the back of their head or whatever,
Nice.
my knives. I think I'll actually try. Well, I don't know how powerful stuff is in this game. I guess I'll try to. So is my sneak attack just 1d6, or is it 1d6 on top of something else? My normal weapon damage.
Your
I guess-
sneak attack?
Yeah, it says it must be on top of my small dagger, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
It says whenever you have advantage on a roll or as a melee into your target, add d6 to your damage rolls before you use sneak attack. Yeah. You just add d6 to your.
You can spend as many hope you want with extra d6 per hope. So that could be crazy if you had a lot of hope.
Yeah, so you could start off by doing an additional 2d6 to your d8 plus.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be overkill though.
You could actually do 3d6.
And you can actually
start with
get
1d6. Yeah.
right? And you may actually get that hope on your first attack roll. If you roll with hope, then you immediately can spend that on your damage.
Or you may not, but
Right.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, let's just try it.
It just occurred to me that not everyone here will have seen the session 0, so I wanted to just share what you all look like.
Give a brief description. When you jumped out of the shadows, what do we see?
Well, we didn't have the pictures ready by then either, so
no. So this is the graphic that we made of it. He's a simian, a monkey race. I have your little thing right here above it of you can see there he's a simian rogue, Nightwalker. Hence he can bamf through the shadows.
Pew, pew.
But
yep.
If you want to go ahead and do your thing, we'll introduce others as they move.
All right, let's try. So I'm going to attack, and what do I click my plus
so
2
you're going to be
finesse.
doing a so you can use your dagger. You get your plus 2 finesse.
All right, let's roll that then. And that was I'm trying to figure out while I'm reading this. Let's see, attack row 8, dagger damage row. So it does all the damage and attack at once. Is that what's happening?
It may have rolled the damage for you. Yeah.
Let me share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing, and you can help me read it. That's cool with you.
Yeah, it doesn't actually roll the damage, so yeah, let's see what you're saying because I didn't get it.
Can you see it?
Put that up here. Yeah. Oops. So it did roll damage for you. Interesting.
So I don't know.
Roll, you got plus 2. Because you did sneak attack, didn't you?
I didn't. I just clicked the dagger melee primary plus 2 finesse.
Yeah, that's your advantage roll because you are coming out of the shadow, and
so it looks like it just rolled the damage. It didn't roll to hit. It didn't.
Yeah, you must. Did you click the damage dice or the plus 2?
I hit the plus 2.
Well, click it again.
All right.
All right. Okay, so that attack roll at the bottom is it. Oh, you know what? That may have been leftover from previous rolls you may have done. So just click roll now. You see the purple roll button.
Oh no, it's saying it. It's showing us an attack roll of 8 with a damage of 6.
Oh, I see it there. Okay.
Let's pick and pull.
But it's not showing the two. It's not showing the 2 dice, the hope and the fear.
That's what I'm saying. I think that might be previous rolls. Go ahead and click roll now. The purple button that says roll.
There we go.
So you roll for 13.
And I'd hope because it's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can add to your hope, which means you can roll when you roll damage. You could actually spend all 3 hope to roll 3 additional d6. I mean, that might be a little overkill, but
yeah, I'll spend the new hope that I have for an extra. So then I roll my sneak attack, right? Because I already rolled my base damage, right? It was 6. Is that what that is? Okay. or do I need to roll that?
No, that's an old roll. I think that's an old roll actually. So now you can actually roll the damage at the
here. So damage was 3. How could it be 3? It can't be
That's
3.
+3.
Oh, I haven't rolled it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damage is 9.
So that's almost max damage.
Then I'm
because
gonna
you get
do
+3, by the way, because your offhand gives you another extra 2 damage, I think. So
and then I'm gonna roll sneak attack twice because I'm gonna use the new hope I got on my sneak attack to boost it up 1. So
okay,
there's
so you can 2d6.
whoops.
Yeah,
There's
or you can just
so there's an extra 3 plus an extra 6.
Nonetheless, that is a total of what? 15 plus 3, 18.
Yeah, it's a lot.
To this guy. Where is he? Here he is.
And he laughs it off.
No, that is a severe wound to this zombie. Let me see. I don't think he has anything. And so as you come down,
I guess he doesn't have any armor to absorb anything.
Oh no, he doesn't. As your knife comes down on this thing from the back of it, it sinks in and drags down. You hear it go through ribs, and you pull out, and it doesn't bleed or anything, but it shambles forward and turns around to you with its blue eyes. Did you roll with hope?
Yeah.
So that's it. Who wants to go next? Unless you want to do something else.
Nope. Who would
You want to go, Jack?
Yep, I was gonna say I'll take a shot. Take a shot. 3 came in the room. Now,
Yep.
did Bruce attack the middle one or the one on the?
Which one did you attack, Bruce? Bruce, sorry.
We'll say in the middle.
Okay, then I'll go to the
Attack
one. I'll go for the one on my left.
Oh, right. So Jack springs into action with his wings unfurled. You're able to get on your armor. His paladin-y seraph self. He is actually Jordan Azrael Cassius Nightbridge, but people call him Jack, I guess. And he is a wild-born giant seraph, but he's a winged sentinel. So for people who didn't see the session 0, that's his character.
Yes. So I'm going to take a swipe. At this point in time, I don't think I'm going to spend anything. I'm going to take a swipe at him with the hallowed axe.
Oh, ready? That the one that's hurt or one of the side ones?
No, the one on the left, not the one that's hurt. The one on the left to the one, my left to the one that's hurt.
All right, go for it.
It gave me 3 hope and 5 fear.
Okay, so what's the total?
It says 10. How come? Yeah, 8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah. 10 is enough to hit this thing. They're not very quick and they don't dodge very well. So, which was higher, your hope or fear? Aha. I get a fear. And but you do hit anyways, so go ahead and roll the damage on that hollowed axe now.
This is the damage roll. 7.
Mm-hmm. 7.
7 total.
Yep. I wanted to see if you had anything to add to that, but okay. Yeah. I guess not. Yep. Oh, but you do have reach, so you don't even have to get into melee with it because you're so big.
Yeah.
But 7 is enough to do severe damage to this thing. So you come up with your large hollowed axe and just carve off the side of this thing, and its arm falls onto the ground, and it looks at you, and sticks out its other arm and makes a weird noise. And they are going to attack the people who attack them. I don't have.
That's interesting case. Like, so whenever you get damage, they can do either minor, major, or severe, right? and that
Yeah.
marks off a certain amount of HP. But can you do more than that? Like, what if somebody does something crazy? Like
The idea, they
25?
say if you double the severe, then it does another hit point as well.
Oh, okay.
Which would actually kill these guys straight out. But let's see. That is actually, that's a good point. How much damage did you do on yours? For Bruce, do you remember?
Let me see if
It was it over 12?
It was 18.
So yours actually falls forward, dead on the ground, because that would have been double as severe.
It just took him a minute to realize he was dead.
He was just looking at it, thinking, then fell over, like watching an Aikido video. And then let's see. I'm just kidding. Let's see. So the one that attacked, Jack attacked, attacks Jack back, rolling a 5. Does the 5 hit your evasion score for Jack?
Probably my evasion was pretty.
Yeah, I think your evasion's nothing, pretty much.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because I'm clanking around in armor and everything. Got this tower shield.
Yep.
You know,
It's
Yeah,
at the top left.
You can absorb a lot, right?
well, I got an agility of -1. There's no evasion.
Yeah, it's at the top left, the evasion of your character sheet.
Oh, evasion is 3. So yeah, he makes it through.
Oh, right. He does a big whopping 5 damage. I rolled very low. So this is where this is within your minor threshold, right? Because your minor threshold is 2, your major is 6, so it's within 2 to 8.
My major
sorry,
is
your major 8. I meant to say 8. I'm just not good at reading.
Okay.
And so right now you'll take 1 hit point if you don't do anything, but you could spin an armor slot and reduce it by 11, which would completely negate it.
I'm gonna get a little scratch on me.
All right. He grabs onto your arm and tries to get under your armor and scratch around. You actually move a bit and it pinches off one of his phalange bones as it just falls onto the ground. The other one's going to attack. I forgot his name. Bruce. Does an 8 hit Bruce?
Oh, I got 13 evasion.
You dodge out of the way. That's all. So
What was
you
that?
guys go next.
What'd you just do? Oh,
I
that
use
was
my
it.
actions.
Oh, okay.
Every action you guys do gives me an action, so I just used them. So what about Agaricus? Does Agaricus want to do anything?
Yeah, so Garcus is sleeping pretty good. And that's not what a Garcus looks like at the moment. Garcus at the moment is a little weasel who was sleeping on Jack's stomach. So when Jack woke up, it startled Agaricus and he ran, scurried in the corner. And I think he's just gonna chill there for a minute. Looks like his friend's got this under control. I mean, one already got murdered, like literally just murdered from like nowhere. Like just a monkey vanished and then reappeared and then stabbed him, and I'm assuming vanished again, right? Like
no, still there.
Okay. And Jack went over and just smashed another one. So yeah, he's just chilling in the corner, observing what's going on.
Like, well, this is a crazy trip, man.
He's like, yeah, wow, this was, bro, what's going on right now? Yeah. I got a picture of what his weasel looks like. I'm just trying to figure out how to share it with you.
Okay.
Without having to share.
Yeah, if you send it, I'll put it up.
Yeah, I'll
okay, little buddy, you just stay back there. We got this.
It's just chilling. And that's the cool thing about initiative in this system is like anybody can go whenever they want. It's just every time we do something, there's a good chance we're gonna enable the game master to do something with his minion.
Yeah.
So,
it's like the third rule.
Like it's your turn, and you have to like know what you're gonna do. It's meant to be a lot.
Frozen these guys in time if we did nothing.
Yeah, we could just sit here and chat all night and do like They can't do anything until we do it. So
It's interesting. It's sort of like PBTA, like Monster of the Week in a way, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, structured though.
Except it's not just like you immediately just take damage as well or something like that, which I think PBBA does. Powered by
Yeah, in your roll, it decides the whole exchange of you get hurt, or
right.
you hurt them, or both. Yeah.
So with that out of the way, who wants to go next?
Well, I got this
Okay,
little
either-
numbnuts strapped to my arm.
Yep.
Get him off. So would this be considered a grapple to grab him and kind of get him off me?
Why don't you smash him into his friend? You do that?
Sure.
Oh yeah, like a Hulk kind of thing.
Sure.
This would be considered a strength thing to do this.
And I do have an incredible strength.
So you can just roll your strength score. I think if you just click your +2 on it, it'll roll it for you. And just let me know if you get what you get total and if it's with hope or fear.
Okay, I clicked on it, but it's not doing anything.
Let me see. Let me try.
You have to hit roll too, the roll button.
At the bottom. That's weird. What if you click finesse? Does it do it then?
Oh, I was clicking the wrong strength thing. I was clicking where under experience it says incredible strength. I was clicking that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. I gotta remember the experiences too.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 9. 3 hope, 4 fear.
9 is good enough. You're able to grab him and he's wiggling in the air, trying to like do something.
Okay.
And you got what it was with hope, you said, right? Hope was higher?
No, fear was higher again.
Oh, fear was higher. Good to know. So go ahead and what do you want to do now? You have him in the air, kind of trying to claw at your arm.
I think what Mark Bruce has suggested is quite appropriate. I'm going to take it and use it like a weapon to bash his buddy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength roll again. Are you throwing it or are you just using them like a club?
I'm going to use it like a club.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
20.
Yeah.
Wow. What's higher? Hope or fear?
Fear again, way higher. 11.
All right. So, yeah, but nonetheless, it works. You grab this thing and you start whacking the other undeadling with your current undeadling weapon. I'll call this let's call it a D4 plus your strength. So 1D4 plus 2. I don't know how you do it. Can you just roll dice on here? But it'll be on both of them.
Yeah, so a D4 plus 2.
D4 plus 2, and it'll apply to both of them. Do you see where to roll just dice on there?
Yep. It gave me a 3.
A 3. So you rolled minimum? These things, it's moving around a lot. Yeah, it's moving around a lot, and you're not able to get a good hit, but you still do 3 on each of them, which the one in your grasp goes limp. And the one on that you hit takes a little bit of damage. It's and something about hitting it with its own partner stresses it out, and it becomes vulnerable. But who's gonna go? Or actually, sorry, you rolled with fear, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use 2 of the fear, convert that to a lot of actions, and this one is the one that's remaining goes wild as you see his eyes glow, and his arms start moving frantically, trying to get the person who just hit him with his other bro. Oh my god. I actually missed one of the attacks. But nonetheless, wow, that was really crappy. That hit 2, so that was 5, 9. Right now, you are taking 18 damage from this thing as it goes crazy, using all of my fear and actions that I got from that. You can. So we come back. You're at 18 right now. That is a severe wound as this thing goes crazy in front of you. You can spend armor slots to reduce it by 11 for each armor slot you spend.
Okay, so if I spend 2 armor slots, then I'm good.
Yep.
I'm going to do that.
All right. This thing just hacks and whacks and pulls off pieces of your armor, just trying to get at you at all cost. But it's nothing for you. Your armor is made for this. It can't really get through it. All it did was put some scratches and dents, and its turn is over.
I'm going to try to come up behind it and take both my weapons and go right in either side of its neck.
All right.
So would I just do normal, like a roll for each dagger and small dagger?
No, you just roll the normal one. The small dagger just adds 2 damage to whatever you do.
Okay, is that already integrated or no?
That's a very good question. Let me see. Yeah, it's already integrated.
Okay.
The part of that +3 is the +2 from the small dagger.
But shit. So where do I get my damage, my bonus from? Is it agility or then not finesse? Because I have a +2 in finesse.
It's not actually your stat usually. It's just the weapon itself actually gets the 1d8 plus. Let me see. I actually was a little surprised that you do a d8, to be honest. I thought daggers do less, but I guess they don't. I guess they actually do that much. Wow.
Yes, my understanding that the secondary just adds to your primary,
Oh, that's for sure.
right?
I just didn't expect it to do a d8. It does do it, yeah. So a dagger does a d8 plus 1, just straight up.
Okay. All right, let's try
that. That
that.
makes some sense because most weapons in real life do similar damage. It's just about reach and stuff, but most of them are just as lethal.
Yeah, they can. Stab somebody in the heart. It doesn't matter too much how long the blade was necessarily.
Right. But you can do it from much further with a longsword.
Reminds me of this video I saw recently of a guy. Oh no, was it? I don't know. There's a post that this guy was saying, he's like, "How many hit points would you have if you were in a role playing game?" I don't know. A rapier does 1d to 8 damage. Let me stab you in the heart with that. How many hit points do you have?
One.
All right. Let's try this, and we're going to roll. Boom. Ooh, I got hope on that one. It's 11-5, so 18. Wow, really? 18. Okay.
18 with hope. Wow,
yeah.
That definitely hits. Since Jack is within range of this thing, you can do sneak attack. Are you going to spend any hope on it or not?
I will, since I got hope. I might as well spend it right then.
Okay. So you're going to use the hope you got.
Yep. So I'll roll the dagger attack plus 1. Well, no, I guess it's 2 sneak. Or no, wait a minute.
It'd be plus 2d6. If you spend 1 hope, it's 2d6.
So much. I don't know if I need to. Well, we'll see. Sure, why not? It's fine. All right. So
you get 1d6 just straight up from sneak attack, and then you get extra d6 from your hope.
Yeah. So my normal damage so far is 5 plus 1 sneak attack adds another 1. Oh, that's terrible. And then my other sneak attack is a 6, so it's 12 total.
12 total.
Yeah, well, I rolled max on one and min on the other one. So
everything you want to happen happened. As the 2 daggers come on both sides, you just hear that little happen, and
so
the head goes,
yeah, I stab and twist, and the head just cuts right off.
Much like eating corn on the cob, you just stick them on both sides and twist it around. The head goes doom, 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 and it looks at you and goes and it's dying head movement. But it goes quiet a bit. You still hear everything on deck. A lot of fighting happening on deck. You hear cries and steel, everything that you'd expect in a pretty large battle going up top. As you all go up there, you can you see a pretty grisly sight, which I have written down. As you head up to the upper deck, you see a grim view. Undeadlings crawling over the entire deck, dead sailors laying on the floor, a two-mast ship supporting pirate flags and an eerie glow pulled alongside your own ship. As the captain of the undeadling ship walks across a plank to your ship, you see that. He's a pale dwarf with salt pepper hair, salt pepper beard, and a patch over one eye. He wears a black tricorn hat adorned with a skull and crossbones. There's a cutlass at his side. His clothes look tattered and stained with the salt of the sea. He doesn't quite look undead like the others. But there are way too many. There's undeadlings pouring over this entire ship. You try to do a quick count, it's too many. There's you get to 10, 20, 30, and yet more seem to be on the other ship. There is no hope. But the last things, as your consciousness fades, as surely Jack tries to fight them off, is the dwarf hovering over two of you, going, what interesting trophies might you have? As he starts fishing through your belongings. As these undead seek all life that's aboard this ship. Agaricus, you actually have a smart plan, and you give your compatriots a mushroom hidden as a little animal. You go into your pouch, and you get a little mushroom that will make them appear dead, keep them unconscious, keep them sleeping, and appear dead, hoping that they won't realize that they're still alive. You take one yourself, and eventually the lights go out. It appears your plan had worked. Awakening to the salt kiss of fresh air, you find yourselves on the deck of a merchant ship in the bustling harbor of Deepshore. You can hear the seagulls in the background. The sun dips, not dips. The sun is high in the sky, marking midday. The port is alive with the sounds of seagulls creaking ropes and the industrious chatter of sailors unloading their wares. An aged sailor, his skin weathered by years at sea, approaches with a concerned look. He says, "At last, we found ye upon your wrecked vessel. Grisly sight, lots of dead people there. Aye, your ship was in shambles it was, likely due to a fierce pirate attack, eh? Well, it's a miracle you survived. Perhaps the gods, forgotten or new, were watching over you, hey?"
Who's Canadian?
Yeah, he's a little Canadian.
Yeah.
The memories do flood back to you. You remember the beginning of the battle and when you were overwhelmed. You vaguely remember how you survived, though Agaricus remembers that better. And you all immediately think to check for your belongings. You find most of them, but each of you are missing something that's important to you. For Jack, you notice that you're missing your holy symbol.
Oh.
It was taken. You don't actually need it for any of your stuff, but it is meaningful to you. Agaricus, that strange pendant you found in the dirt that you had been carrying around with you for years, is missing, as well as all of your earnings from all the shrooms that you sold, which might annoy you even more. And Bruce, I didn't find anything on your character sheet. So what is something that's important to Bruce that was taken?
My underwear.
Wow.
And you find that your underwear, with that nice embroidering, the perfect cotton feel of good craftsmanship, it's missing.
No.
And you still remember that dwarf.
Forever for me to find that.
And you still remember that dwarf going through your stuff, looking for a trophy. Which
Are you
weird
saying
trophies, but
dwarf?
okay.
You're saying dwarf, right?
Dwarf, like DWORF.
Okay.
Dwarf,
Dwarf.
like a genome.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it? It's dwarf, right? How do you say it?
No,
Yeah,
dwarf.
Dwarf. That's what I
You're
said.
I mean,
yeah, you're saying dwarf or something. It sounds like a title almost or something. I didn't know if it was a special kind of dwarf or something.
wow.
It's
Alright,
cool.
so he appeared to be human and not undead. I'm sorry.
He appears to be
Yeah,
living.
not
Yeah.
undead. Dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we remember before fading out, he was stealing our shit. All right. Well, I mean, that's not. We should go nuke his ship.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably
As you
doing
get
it.
your
Yeah.
as you get your
right.
bearings, you each
Yeah.
realize that or sorry, not you, sorry. Depends who actually has a decent bonus in instinct.
The guard
Oh.
is terrible.
Agaricus.
And
But
I'll
yeah,
name-
Agaricus for sure you notice across the way as you get up and you look around, you adjust your eyes, and you realize you're not in your animal form anymore. And you look around, and across the way, sure enough, you see the ship that attacked you. You see it glowing with its pirate banner. And then you realize, nope, that's just the shrooms. As you focus and you see the real thing, which is just the ship. It is the ship, but it doesn't have the pirate banner and it's not glowing. But you're sure that is the ship. It's in the harbor, probably 3 ships down from you.
So, question: when we were attacked, was it day or night?
It was night.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mention that, but it is night. It was night.
Is it day now?
It is day. It looks to be midday. Sun's up, straight up in the air.
Do I
All
get
right. So, I mean, as soon as I realized, oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, do I get my hit point back?
Yeah, we'll say you all rested. That was just tutorial battle anyway.
Okay, so that was my question: is do we feel like we've had a long rest since we?
You feel like you've had a long rest. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You get your armor slot back too.
All right, cool.
Well, I mean, would now be a time to talk about how downtime and long rests work?
Sure. So long rest are. Let me pull up the actual rules. I always forget to bring up the options here, but long rest. So as part of a long rest, you can choose 2 options. You can tend to all your wounds, or you can do this for someone else. You can clear all your stress. You can repair all your armor. You can prepare, which will give you a hope. You get 2 hope for the coming day if you prepare. Or you can work on a project, which is like really anything you can think of. So I'm pretty sure Jack is going to tend his wounds and repair his armor.
Yep.
Dude, the rest of you, I don't think you're really hurt, but you could.
I'll regain my stress.
Oh yeah,
From
you
And
spent.
I guess thematically speaking, since it was kind of like drug-induced long rest, working on a project probably wouldn't be productive.
Probably wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
But I don't think you had any stress, or
Yeah,
you
there was-
could prepare if you want.
No, I mean, as soon as Agaricus realizes that he's no longer in his animal form, he immediately transforms back into his animal form and scurries up onto the shoulder of Jack, where he lives under one of his
You hear a
shoulders.
few sailors go, "What? Oh, God! What the hell?" But yeah. Do you point out the ship before you transform?
Yeah, I let It doesn't say anywhere that when you're in abuse form you can't speak.
Really?
It really doesn't.
Wow.
What's your animal voice? You gotta do your animal voice.
Just that you can't use your equipment or cast any spell.
Yeah.
So yeah, so from under your shoulder pad, Jack, because this happens all the time. You hear this little voice, little squeaky, malicious voice that says, "That's the ship over there. It's the same one that attacked us last night."
And sure enough, Jack, you see it too. It's the same ship, though it isn't glowing and it doesn't have the pirate flag hoisted on it.
I'm just double checking on
Oh, little buddy, there's no pirate flag on it.
Skipper and Gilligan.
That's the one.
I was thinking about that earlier today.
Yeah. Eventually, Bruce will see it too. So, what would you all like to do?
Guess what I see, guys? I say we sneak on there. We go commando. Sneak on there.
Nice.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's funny. I just got the joke. You are going commando
Yep.
unintentionally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hiya. Alrighty. You can do that if you want to go ahead and roll some stealth rolls, which in this is finesse rolls. Remember, let me go through a couple of other things since we're a little bit further along and we got the system down a bit. Remember, you have experiences. You can spend a hope, and if the experience applies to what you're doing, you can add that bonus to whatever you're doing. And the other thing I actually forgot to tell the other group, Marks, is you can always spend a hope to give someone a d6, to give someone advantage. So if you want to use your own hope, you can help someone else with something. And lastly, if you're in combat, and perhaps out of combat in certain cases, you can use 3 hope to do a joint attack or something like that, or just joint something or other. The way it works is you both roll to try to do what you're doing. If one of you succeed, you both succeed, and then you both apply your damage or whatever the result is.
But it's 3 hope. Is it
It's 3 hope.
spread out between the two of you, or both of you have to do 3 each?
So the person who's going doesn't spend the hope. The one who wants to tack on to what they're doing will spend the hope to do it. But it doesn't add to the action tracker. So doing that does not give me another action for the bad guys.
Interesting.
It's a good way to dump hope if you need to, or if something's going really bad.
Attack a big bat or something.
Yeah. So anywho, if you want to go ahead and sneak over, let's get some finesse rolls.
Well, I guess my finesse roll would just be to make sure that I stay hidden under Jack's shoulder pad.
Yeah, go for that. Jack is hidden, you're hidden.
Right? Can I?
You could help Jack.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
But you have to spend a hope to do it.
That's fine.
Okay, so Jack has a D6 on his finesse roll, an extra D6.
Okay, so then what about my Lightfoot ability? Naturally silent. You have an advantage on rolls to move it up. Do I have to spend a hope to do that?
No, you just have advantage on moving silently.
You have advantage.
Oh,
but
so
using hope.
Roll, I just click the green plus advantage button.
Yes. But that means you don't need to spend the hope because he already has advantage.
Well, let me give it a shot here. 22, and I actually got more hope than fear this time around.
Oh, so you get a hope point.
To your hope.
Yep, you get to add 1 to your hope. And you are extremely silent. There's this giant wearing plate mail going around not making a single...
Who can fly.
That's true. He's flying right above ground. But what about Bruce? Finesse roll.
Can I use hide to help me out? Spend stress? Give me advantage or something?
If you're out... Yeah, I would say if you want to spend a stress, you're just not seen.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you can avoid the roll. The simian Bruce just starts bamfing between shadows.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I'm really just sort of flying, even if it's only like 10 to 15 feet above ground, I'm casting a shadow. He could just.
You see you keep popping up out of the shadow, landing
This
in
is
the
the
next one.
weirdest group ever. As you sneak over to the ship, within the ship, you can head on to it, and you don't. First of all, it becomes very apparent very quickly that the ship is vacant. You don't see anybody on it. You can do some. What would be like survival in this system? You can either do knowledge or instinct to try to look for things if you want. They would give you different results based on which one you do.
So Jack, are you still hovering above? Like, are you flying, or did you land on the deck of this boat? Just curious.
I'm assuming, based on what Greg said, that we've landed.
Yeah.
That I've sit down, retracted.
You've sat down. You've looked under deck a bit, and there's just no one down there.
Okay, yeah, I'll scurry around and see what I can find.
Alrighty.
So you want me to do a
Instinct or knowledge? I'm guessing you're gonna do instinct.
I'll do
Knowledge would be more like Sherlock Holmes in it, whereas instinct would be just raw perceptions of what you see.
All right, I rolled a 16 with hope.
Nice. Get a hope. Looking around, you said 16, right? It's pretty good. The you definitely don't see anybody left here, but you do see signs of scratches and marks that you imagine be made by bony fingers, bony sharpened fingers.
So it's evidence to reinforce that this is the ship that we saw.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it was.
The look
You go into the main, you go into the main cabin, and you find probably the only place that looks like it's made for someone living to some degree. But you still notice that there's no food or anything like that. There's no water provisions. There's no food. You don't see any barrels that had any of that in it. Not even alcohol. You do find a. Let's see. No, that's what you'd see with a 16.
Can I try to use my Slyborn background to search the area for anything that could be hidden that they would try to hide? Just get an advantage on my instinct, I guess, roll. It's not great, but
Sure.
I guess it'd just be a normal instinct.
It'd be an instinct. I don't think your experience is way into it. Where's Slyborn?
Down the bottom.
Oh, the scoundrel. You have advantage on any rolls where
I mean, find
yeah,
a good place to hide might be like find, where somebody would hide things too, right?
Yeah.
I guess. All right, let's try it and see. So
advantage in this means you get an extra d6, or you can just check the advantage thing.
So I got hope. I got 14 plus my advantage.
Damn, another hope.
Yeah, 11.
Give me fear.
So I'm trying to figure out how to click. I'm gonna click this advantage over here. It's 26.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 4 for that, so it's 18 total.
18. It's pretty good. Yeah, you, as being a scoundrel in your past, you're used to looking for all the hidden places that might contain some booty, for lack of better words.
Yeah, booty.
And you do find one. You find it in the main cabin, behind one of the writing tables. You can open it up, a little panel there. And there's a box inside, a little wooden box with a latch.
What's in the box?
You're gonna open it?
I'm gonna check for traps first.
Okay.
So I got pick and pull, which gives me an advantage Well, it's for non-magical locks or disarming traps. Or
Yeah.
steal an item from a target. But
You'd
I
have
guess
advantage on this. This is going to be a
is this
probably an
finesse?
instinct to see if there is a trap if you want. It is definitely locked.
Okay, so instinct. Okay, so with an advantage. Okay,
Yeah.
try it. So I got 9 and a 2 with where's advantage? Okay. Plus another 1. So that's 9 hope, 2 fear, 1. So total 12.
With hope. That was to what was that? Sorry, that was the instinct roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no trap on it, but it's definitely locked. It looks like something you could actually do if you want to roll a finesse with advantage because of pick and pull or whatever
Okay.
it's called.
All right, cool. Let's try that. So finesse. I got fear that time, so it's a 4, 8, and so it's 14 plus my advantage. There's 3, so 17 total with fear.
17 total with fear. Yeah, you open it up and you see on it it's interesting. It's not it's not quite what you expect. You see a bunch of wax seals in here, but not the not like the stamp, just the actual seal that you could apply to a letter somehow. It looks like a collection of them. Most of them are the royal seal from Deep Shore, from the royal family Everglade.
Well, I'll take those just in case.
So you grab those.
Okay, so we got some seals.
No.
Yeah.
Anything else with the box? Just normal box, right?
It's kind of ornate. You might be able to get a handful of gold for it.
Oh, well, I'll take that too then. Gotta save up, buy myself some new underwear if I don't find this.
You all are lacking gold. You have some small change on you, but not much. It looks to be taken.
Oh yeah, I guess they would have took our gold.
What would you like to do next?
So there's nothing else of value on this ship.
Not that you can see. It looks like it was mainly picked clean, or at least nothing was left behind.
I say we
And
burn it.
You what?
Burn it.
Oh. You hear it. Yeah, Jack hears in his little ear.
Yeah.
Or
Hey,
big ear.
Can you Agricus right there,
Agaricus.
Agaricus, of your little nose, can you sniff it out any undead like nasty smell?
I tried. I guess I didn't roll high enough. I rolled a
Oh,
6
you tried.
on
Okay.
my, on my little search thingy. So
The smell of undead, with a 16 is what you got. You would smell that it definitely, you do smell it a little bit on the ship, though it's not too bad. The you notice that it goes into the water, and that's when you lose track of it.
so I scurry all over the boat, and
Yeah, you notice that there is a slight trail
that leads into the water.
Yeah, you notice like
Oh.
it all kind of aggregates on the deck of the ship into one side, where it smells the most, and just like over the edge of the ship, you can kind of smell it going down the edge of the ship. But once it hits the water, that you're not gonna be able to track it.
Oh, my headset just got. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I just got it. Headset said I got disconnected. Okay, so you see the weasel run and jump over the edge of the ship, and midair turn into an octopus and splash into the water.
And then you hear it as ink goes everywhere.
Now I'm underwater in the form of an octopus. Then I'm swimming around below Do I see anything abnormal?
Not outright. You can roll a. What would this be? This is kind of a weird one. You can roll an instinct, I suppose, for this to see if you can detect anything that's not just outright.
And I have advantage on navigation, or I don't know what I mean.
Probably not.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think most people go, that octopus was
Right.
navigating through the water. Look at
All right, well, there's some more fear for you
Oh,
with a 9. So
9.
I swim around under the hull of the ship, looking for anything that looks abnormal.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see it.
Um,
Unless it's really obvious.
all you see is the underneath here. You see an arm of one of these undeadlings just in the water. It looks like it's embedded in some dirt underneath this ship, and it
So, like,
it gives you a bit of stress, but that's all you see. So I'm going to use that. I didn't actually take a fear. I'm going to use it to give stress in this case.
okay, so I feel stressed out because I see an undead arm. All right.
Yeah, and so you know that they definitely went down here, and it stresses you out that you can't figure out where, but you know that they scurried here somewhere.
So after I swim around for a little bit, looking for whatever led me down here, the scent of undead,
Yeah.
I'll suction cup my way back up the side of the ship, while up there. Hold my breath, and then when I get it back on the deck, I'll turn into my natural form, and let Jack know. Say, hey Jack, there's it's really weird, dude. There's like an arm from one of those undead things down below. I don't know what that's about.
You also
But
see an undead.
I still say we
Yeah.
burn the ship.
You also see an undeadling on the back of Jack, and it's giving you like a thumbs up and a lollipop in the other hand. You know it's one of your illusions, your hallucinations, and you're used to it. It doesn't bother you.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's it.
Well,
Sounds about right.
okay. Well, I'm gonna ask Agaricus if he can give me an approximate location of this arm underneath the boat.
Yeah, I'll point. I'll be like, it's below. It's below. And then I just start lighting little fires all over the boat. I'm trying to light the float on fire. Anything that looks flammable, anything that looks like it will burn, I'm starting to light it on fire.
Who would I talk to find out like who owned the ship and docked it? Like anybody?
There is a portmaster you can go find. You know where you could probably find the building pretty easily if you'd like.
I'm gonna go check that out, guys.
All right. As you do that,
I'm gonna stop it, Agaricus. No, not yet. Give me a little bit.
Eric is over like.
I mean, it's better you burn it now. That way, I got it.
Well, I mean, it's actually one of my class features. I can just light fires. It's kind of like doing craft. I just light fires.
Oh.
Fire.
What was Jack gonna do? Is he gonna go get the arm?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna dive overboard, go down, grab the arm, pull it up, and see is there an undead attached to it? If so, what happens when I pull it up? I mean, are they just buried underground here waiting?
You pull it up, and you're pretty sure there's the arm you lopped off.
Oh, so there's no more.
No, there's nothing attached to it.
Okay,
you imagine some undeadling picked it up, and dropped it here. But for the ship fire, yeah, that's going to start a flame unless you stop. Do you actually stop when Jack says no, or do you just keep going anyway?
I mean, as soon as Jack leaves and goes for a swim, I start lighting the boat on fire.
Okay. It lights up. There's no roll there.
Sweet.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ask the ship person about it. That's why I got an alibi. I didn't do it.
Do you just stand in the boat? What do you do after you light on fire, by the way?
I run off to the deck.
Okay. You just.
I mean,
cool.
I'm assuming is it docked or is it like out in the harbor?
It's docked.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might want to cut it,
Walk
cut it
off.
loose.
Turn
Okay.
back into my weasel form and scurry
Oh,
off
okay, that's
into
what
the
I was
dock.
wondering.
Hide behind the barrel or something. Find a hiding spot till Jack comes back.
Yeah, Jack, you'll pop out of the water. You'll see my headset. Ooh, ow. Completely die. And but you'll see Bruce walking towards the dock master as you smell burning wood and you look down in your flying state and you see the entire ship is pretty much ablaze at this point in many different places. You hear people start calling out from the harbor area, "Fire! Ship fire!" As people start, the sailors of different ships will start gathering together with a few of the people who work there and start getting buckets and start splashing it. But in the meantime, Bruce, you go to the dockmaster. You open up the door. You hear like a little ding, 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 as there was a bell on it, and you walk in. You see a human male, looks older but not super old. He's balding, hair on the sides, white hair on the sides, a wrinkly face. As he has little spectacles, he takes off when he sees you come in. He has them on, like boop. He takes them off. Says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Yes, I'm curious about a ship. Who owns a ship over there? It looks like it might be on fire. I just want to let them know what's happening. I just saw it here as I was walking over.
Oh, yes, that is quite on fire. Well, I'm sure they'll take care of it. It happens sometimes, these in certain weathers, things can catch on fire. I'm sure they will deal with it or scuttle it.
Well, you know who owns it? Maybe I can help.
No, that's the weird thing. It was docked in the middle of the night. Didn't see who owns it. In fact, I'd pay good money if you can tell me.
So somebody just just docked it on their own, huh? Didn't pay you or anything, right? Huh?
No. Usually we have someone on call. You might be able to go talk to them. Let me see who it was. And he looks in his book and says, "Hey, yes. Oh, it was Jeffrey. Young lad. Yes, Jeffrey was on watch at that point. He was the one who logs everything. You
Oh
can
yeah.
ask
Well,
him if you'd like.
sure. Where's Jeffrey at?
Let me see. He looks. He's off today, but here's his address, and he'll give you his address.
Oh well, thank you.
Yes, then don't do anything bad in the city if you're new here.
Oh
You're a simian, hey?
yeah.
Okay. What's your name? Did you dock a ship here?
Oh no. Me and my friends actually drifted aboard. We're injured.
I distinctly recall that you didn't give me your name.
No, it's Jack.
Oh, well, hello, Jack.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, well, have a good day in Deep Shore. It's the city of dreams, as they call it. It's a great place to be.
Oh yes, of course. And what's your name?
My name is Jeffrey.
Oh yes, Jeffrey. Oh, I'm looking for Jeffrey.
Oh, wait,
Isn't another guy named Jeffrey?
was the young lad. My name is Alan. I mean,
We only hire Jeffreys here.
yes, I get it confused sometimes. You see, my middle name's Jeffrey, and his real name is Jeffrey, and I just get confused.
That's cool. As long as it's not Joffrey. We don't want that name.
No, Joffrey, no bastards.
All right. Well, nice seeing you. Remember my name, Jack. Someday I'll be Captain Jack.
He looks up. It's familiar.
All right.
Yeah. You see a burning ship with a weasel scurrying her way and a flying giant looking down, probably face palming.
I'll walk over to the flying giant at least.
Yeah, you can gather back together.
I don't. All right, guys, I got a lead. There's a Jeffrey who was working on the docks whenever the ship came in. Maybe this person knows something. Unless you found tracks down in the water or some other lead down there, Jack.
Nope. Just found this. Show him the arm.
He's carrying the arm. I love it.
It was a good weapon.
I found an arm.
It is actually really small in his hand. It's like
Yeah,
arm,
like,
like
yeah,
it's like this big equivalent.
Keep it a little arm.
We use it as a toothpick.
Yeah. So you're gonna head over to Joffrey?
Jeffrey, yeah.
I forgot. Now you got that stuck in my head.
Name is Jeff.
Yeah. So you, just because it's kind of fun, I actually have this little map, but Deep Shore. And you all came in along the harbor, and you can see Deep Shore is definitely a merchant town of sorts. You see different crafts throughout the city, lots of trade and raw materials coming in here. You're at the harbor right now, but you can see up on elevated ground the castle walls of the actual castle proper. That's in what used to be the middle of the city, but the city has expanded out since then.
Is that sort of that dark pentagonal shape?
Yep. Yeah, right there. Oops, nope, it didn't zoom in right, but whatever. And you all head down to the to Market Town where the guy lives. It's the whole northwest side of this of Deep Shore is all called Market Town. And then below you have Starcrest Town, which is the more upper class or sometimes even middle class. And then you have Wine Mill, which Deep Shore is known for its alcohols, where there's a lot of different ones made there. But nonetheless, you head off to Jeffrey. You come to his little hovel. Looks to be a little single room place. You can knock on the door if you'd like.
Why don't you knock on the door, Jack?
Yeah, who's going to talk to him?
Look more trusting. Who's got better charisma out of all of us? Who's the more charming person?
+1 to presence. That's the closest thing we've got.
Oh yeah, I guess I do too.
Yeah.
I guess either one of us is good. Anyway, you go ahead. I'll stay.
The answer is not Agaris.
Agarcus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stay off to the side just in case.
The weasel's just chilling under their shoulder pad. That's what he does.
Yeah.
You knock on the door. As the door opens, you see a young lad looks out, then looks up. He is
Ear to ear grin. How you doing?
Ooh, can I climb up and then upside down, like poke my head down to his view?
Hang from your tail.
Yeah.
He goes, ah! What the hell are you and you? Do you need something? I'm not really buying anything.
Well, that's fine because we're not selling.
All right, well, good day.
Well, no,
He starts to-
no. Well, a little bit too quick there, son.
Yeah.
We're looking
Yeah.
for some information about a ship that came into the harbor last night.
Oh, yeah. That was a weird one.
Yeah. Strangely, it's on fire now. But do you have any information about who owns it? Where it was registered?
No. So when it came to the harbor, I took a second. I was not drinking, and you see the
Definitely drinking.
when it pulled up, it was like a bunch of small people. I don't know. They just all jumped off the edge. I went and looked, and there was no one on it. I don't know. Kind of smelled funky, but I couldn't figure out who actually it belonged to.
Did you see a
I heard-
dwarf?
A dwarf?
A dwarf.
Ugh,
Might have been
Dwarf.
wearing underwear.
Dwarven pirate.
Well, there was a bigger fellow on there. It was like most of them were small, but there was one a little bit bigger, I guess. He a dwarf, you say? I don't know. It's go ahead and roll a, what would this be? I guess instinct. God, everything's instinct so far.
Okay.
Well, what are we doing?
All of you can roll it if you
Are we
want.
trying to, like-
This is a reaction roll, which means it doesn't actually have the hope or fear mechanic. It's just a straight roll as a reaction to something.
Okay. I got a 13.
13.
I got
You don't notice anything.
15 fear, but you said it doesn't matter fear. So 15.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And Agaricus, what did he get?
What are we doing? Sorry.
Roll a instinct, like a reaction instinct.
Oh, okay. I think is this okay? So this isn't just is this to locate something, or just
No.
to okay?
It's to read someone.
18 with fear.
18. And this is a reaction roll, so there's no hope or fear command
Oh, got you.
mechanic.
18 total. Yeah.
You recognize something that was weird. He said I didn't see him when saying he didn't see the figure. He knew the gender. It's kind of weird. That just pops into your head as you're listening to him.
Or if you didn't say.
Yeah.
Can I say, can we retroactively say I stole the glasses from that guy? And then I put the glasses up to my eyes and go, you said he. Interesting.
Yeah.
You can try to steal from the guy if you want.
Do you mind if I retroactively do that? Because it'd be funny.
If you succeed on the roll.
Yeah, okay. So that would be, so I have pick and pull, so I have an advantage, and it'd be finesse, right?
Yep.
Well, it's a fear, just so you know.
Goody.
It's 16 total, though. That's not
16. But with fear,
too bad.
you succeed at it. You have it. As you're down the street, though, after you're leaving, you hear a voice. Where'd my glasses go? Hey, someone. It must have been that Simeon. But I'm not taking a fear because of that.
Okay. So now that we've figured that out in the flashback,
Yeah.
as I'm hanging upside down, I pull out those guys' glasses and go, you said he. How do you know he whenever it was too dark to see them?
Look, I don't know what you want to know, and you all should probably leave. And he backs up and is going to close the door.
I'm gonna flip inside.
You flip it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it. That would probably be an agility roll.
Agility. Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't have anything. I have natural climber advantage on agility rolls involving balance and climbing. Does that count for an advantage for this?
It's adjacent. I would say if you want to spend a hope, you can have it.
Nah, I don't care that much. All right,
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Maybe I should have. Oh well. It's 9 fear.
9 fear. Yeah, you go over and you try to swing in before the door closes, and all it does is smash right onto your arm. It's like it hurts. I'm not going to take a fear. Instead, you take 1 point of damage, which you can deal with, or you can just take the hit point from it. It's up to you.
Deal with what? Like with armor?
The 1 point of damage. Yeah, with armor or something if you want it to, or you can just take the hit point.
Yeah, I'll use 1 armor. Knock that down.
Okay. So you don't take any damage, but it scratches your armor.
I'm gonna go. My arm. I'm gonna sue you for this unless you tell us what we want to know.
Unfortunately, in this scenario, based on what he knows and stuff, it's not gonna. You hear him scurrying off inside.
We should have found out which way the creatures who left the ship went.
Yeah, I think you need to like just beat him up, Jack. Go in there, wrap around. I have some royal seals here. I'll get you out of jail if we need to.
We could forfeit some get out of jail free cards, counterfeit cards.
Okay, can I make a roll to prevent him from closing the door completely and then just kind of push it in?
Yeah, you don't have to roll. You can just push it in if you want after he closes it, because he doesn't stay there, and he doesn't have a lock. So you're able to just push it open as he's scurrying away. You see him grabbing a bag, and he starts trying to run out the back of this place. Anybody who wants to try to catch him before he gets too far would be an agility roll.
Can I use my shadow step?
Or I can just drop out of my weasel form and cast Entangle on him.
That would also work.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
I can take this guy, but
13 hit his evasion.
Oh yes, it does.
Okay.
So you all see the plants come up from the ground.
The weasel
underneath.
The weasel turns into a Garcus who's now just sitting on your shoulder, not sitting. Sorry. Slip of the tongue.
Told you should have in the bathroom before he left.
On your shoulder, and he says, "Not so fast." And vines grow up from the ground, seemingly from nowhere, and wrap around his ankles and hold him in place. Can I not do the damage? Because I don't want to kill him.
You can choose not to do the damage. Yeah.
Non-lethal.
As the vines come up, you hear them go, and you recognize another hallucination. But he's stuck there. He goes, What the? And he looks at the fungal and goes, what the? Let me go. Look, I don't know anything, okay? Both Jack and Agaricus, you have enough instinct here to know that he's scared of something.
I'm gonna walk over to him. Yeah, I realize I have to probably bend down a little bit. Just put a hand on his shoulder, just very gentle. I'm not really trying to intimidate him. I'm trying to calm him down. Listen, son. We need to know what you know. So let's start off with understand that you're afraid of something. Why don't you tell me what you're afraid
of? Go ahead and roll presence. Trying to convince him. Do you have any experiences that'll help you here? And keep in mind, anyone can help if they want you to spend a hope.
All I got is swashbuckler and incredible strength. I don't think that would help.
Probably not there.
Okay, so I'll just give a straight.
Okay, I'll help him.
It would just be a presence roll, right?
Yeah, presence
roll.
roll.
Well, one of us could use a hope to. Yeah, I'll use a hope to give him advantage.
Well, how are you guys gonna help him? It has to be feasible somehow.
I'm gonna have the entangle start squeezing and applying a little pressure to him.
Okay, a little bit of intimidate and persuasion. Okay,
you're gonna stress him out while I'm trying to calm him down.
Yeah, it's good cop.
Well, I thought we were trying to intimidate him into talking. We're trying to like.
Well, Jack was trying to talk to him nicely to just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack is such a sweetheart. Gotta love him.
Yeah, I was gonna sit there with an evil smile and like.
Yeah.
Agaricus and Bruce are both like, "Let me at him." It works, actually.
We're starting to get the flavor of this party. Jack is a nice guy.
Yeah.
And the monkey and the shroom are evil bastards.
We just got what we got to do.
One of you can spend a hope. We'll say Bruce, since you said it first, to give the advantage. So you get an extra D6 with it. Jack does.
Roll from scratch or
no? Just roll a D6 and add it to it.
If you have any advantage anywhere in there, you can roll that one. Otherwise, you got a D6 on you.
Okay, so total would be 9.
Oof.
With the D6?
With hope or fear.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Well, I don't know because I had to do 2 different rolls. Now the initial trait roll is definitely with fear.
Okay.
And then I had to roll the D6 separately. So I don't know how that adds in.
What was the original roll where you rolled with fear?
It was a 6, 1 hope, 4 fear, plus 1.
Oof. Okay.
So it was a 6 and you rolled a 3.
Gets afraid of me, then so be it. As long as he's still in his.
Yeah. Remember, you have your class feature too. You can add to things if you want. I'm not saying to do it here. Just reminding you if you ever want to.
Oh my!
You want to roll 2d4.
Yeah, I still have 4. So I can add another D6 to that. If I spend
No, you can just straight up add. If you want to spend a hope, you can straight up add 4 to the roll. I think.
what about my prayer dice?
At the beginning of the session, you roll a number of d4. I think you just can keep doing it whenever you want. It just costs a hope. You can because you rolled 4. You can just now.
I have to spend a hope to use the prayer dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will do that then. And
okay,
so
what does that make the total then? 13?
Yeah.
All right, 13's not but with fear. You get him to start speaking, and I'm not going to take a fear, and you'll see why, because it's going to apply immediately. You get him to start speaking, and he starts saying, "I don't know, that dwarf, he did something to me. He had magic or something," and you start seeing blood start coming out of his ear as he's saying this, and he seems to be difficulty talking. And you take a stress from that because you're not sure what the hell's going on here. And he says, I seen him before in the city. His eyes go bloodshot as he's speaking.
Okay. Hold up, son. Hold up. We see something's going wrong with you. We don't want you to,
He falls to his knees, and you see his eyes roll back, and he just gets out quietly. In fact, only Agaricus can hear it because he just barely says it. You hear him say, actually Jack's there too, you'd hear it, and you hear him say, he works, and that's all you can get before he stops moving. If anyone has knowledge, they can roll. If you have a plus in knowledge, I say you can roll.
I'm going to go over there and check his pulse. Is he dead?
He appears to be dead.
All right, so I'm going to use my death connection to touch his corpse.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He said that earlier in the chat. I'm like, wow, that's really bad cop. It's like
I'm going to go ahead and extract a memory from him related to that specific emotion of what he was just trying to get out before he died.
Nice.
It's kind of like Speak with Dead, which is one image or memory or whatever.
So you go and you touch the corpse. You go and you touch the corpse with your fungal hand, and your eyes roll back a little bit as you are now seeing a memory through his vision. You do see the dwarf. You see him walk up to the plank. You see he wasn't lying when he said he saw little figures jumping over, but he was lying about the dwarf. And the dwarf met him on the dock. And the dwarf's starting to just walk past him. He looks to be feared. And Jeffrey turns around and says, "Wait, haven't I seen you at the palace?" And the dwarf turns around and says, "Oh, my boy, you shouldn't have said that. and the memory fades.
So of course I don't know if that's a hallucination or not because I'm always tripping. But
You're pretty certain that was not a hallucination. You're pretty good at identifying hallucinations unless it's real wacky that's happening. But
before you say anything, Jack, I'm looking up at Jack. Before you say anything, I did not kill him. Okay, wasn't me. Okay.
Don't look at me. I didn't do it.
I just did my Vulcan thing and read his mind, and he knew the dwarf. He recognized them from being from the palace. I share what I saw, everything I saw. And I could really use a nap.
Did you recognize the face? Did you see a face?
But yeah, I saw his face. Yeah, he's a dwarf, male dwarf. I mean, if you want to give me more description than that, like any scars or tattoos, or is his beard red, blue, black, or green? Any of that fun stuff? That'd be awesome.
He is a pale dwarf with
show
salt
me a
and pepper
picture of
beard.
him, for God's sake. I mean,
I didn't make a picture of him. God.
Okay, fine. You got all this AI art and you didn't make a picture of the dwarf. Come on, man. Yeah.
No, he has a salt and pepper beard, a patch over one eye. He wears the tricorn. So interesting.
It's the dwarf that we saw on the boat. It's the same.
It is the dwarf you saw on the boat. But interesting enough, he didn't have the hat on, and he didn't have an eye patch on when he saw him.
Was his eye okay? Or was it like glass eye or anything? Or
it's really hard to see through that guy's vision to know. I would say if you want to roll an instinct roll, I'm going to say it's like an 18. And we're not going to do hope or fear on this one, but just roll an instinct roll. If you get over 18, then you would have noticed through someone else's vision.
I only rolled a 16.
Ooh, so close. There is with a 16. There's something up with it. It's not like
I'm rolling really high on my fear die. Sorry to interrupt you. I keep rolling like 10s and 11s on my fear die. I don't know if I be telling you that.
It's a blessing or a curse. But yeah. But yeah, you're not sure. There's something weird with it, but you couldn't really get much. It looks a little different than the other eye for sure.
Do we know anything about the royalty of this place? Do we know this place very well?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge roll to see how much you know. You know something for sure. This is to see if you know anything extra.
I did get it. I got with hope 18.
18, nice. And you do get a hope. You know that the royalty here is known for being very isolationist. They just want to kind of keep to their own. They like to build up their own trade. They actually worship a god of trade. You know that, and they're a bit jovial, ostentatious with their colors and stuff. You know, they have a single daughter. They mostly live in the castle. They have a lot of servants, a few guards. It's this whole deep shore. When you start thinking about it with an 18, deep shore seems almost kind of naive in the way that there's never like a lot of guards around and stuff like that, as much as you think there should be, especially with your background. But
I like this place so much.
The family, to our knowledge, are they dwarves?
They're human.
Okay.
They definitely are not going to be related to this guy. They're human, middle aged, except for the daughter is still very young. You think the daughter's like 10, 12, 14, not sure, somewhere in there.
Their servants and stuff. Did they hire various types of?
Oh yes, all types of servants.
Okay.
They but yeah, any type of servant you can think of, they probably have. It's
Jeff is the night watch at the dock, or second shift at the docks, maybe even third shift. What's he doing at the palace, I wonder? Where he would have interacted with this dwarf. I don't know if that's relevant or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. What
You know that the palace here isn't too hidden. Like if you hang around the castle walls, you'll see people go in and out. It's not like you have to go up a long mountain trail or something to get to it.
Are there tabloids? Can we go talk to a tabloid journalist?
All right. Where can I pick up a copy of The Sun?
Only you and I are going to get that. It's a Florida paper.
No, they have one in Britain as well.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the British one.
Oh, okay.
We used to get the Sun and the Globe and the Inquirer up here in New York.
Oh wow. I'm thinking the Sun Sentinel, maybe. I don't know. I think there's one down here like that. But anyway, you can totally get that if you want to go pick up like the tabloids or something like that, or the rumors from the going on with the palace. That would be a probably a presence or knowledge roll. Up to you.
Also, I'm wondering, from my knowledge row, do I know if they have any like official court magicians or wizards or whatever?
Yes, they do have a court jester.
Well, not a jester, but like a magic user or something.
Oh. To your knowledge, you don't know of any.
Unless the jester is a dwarf with glass eye.
To your knowledge, they don't have any particular.
Okay.
They do have advisors.
So, question, Greg, about so this guy obviously was murdered. I'm just, how would I go about finding out what killed him? Like, would I do?
That would definitely be a knowledge roll.
Okay. And then also, if I try to heal him, like, so let's say one of my companions goes unconscious. Could I use the ability to heal them? Like, I have regeneration, so I can use an action to spend hope to clear a D4 points on a creature that I touch. So
there
it's
is
like
no
a healing word with a touch, but
as far as I know, in this system, there is no free healing word. If you go under, you have 4 choices that you can do. You can go out with a bang, which means you get a free critical on anything you want to do, but you die. Another one is you can leave it to fate, which means you roll your fate dice. If hope is higher, you go unconscious. Or no, if hope is higher, you get D4 hit points back, I think. If fear is higher, you die. You can, the other two I'm kind of forgetting off the top of my head, but you can, for instance, I think you can just decide that you go unconscious and nothing really happens. But the situation gets harder for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's only 3. Maybe that's the only 3 actually.
So I just threw in our chat. I have an ability that's one of my features. That's part of my subclass, Warden of Renewal, which is regeneration. I can use an action to spend 3 hope to clear a D4 hit point.
You know that works on unconscious. You know it doesn't work on dead.
Okay, so he's dead. Got it.
What if we give him CPR?
You can try.
You give him mouth to mouth. I'll jump on his chest.
All right.
Come back to us.
Connection. Your death connection wouldn't have worked unless he was dead. But
got it. Okay. Kind of retconning that there just to see if we can.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do a knowledge roll if you want, though. If you want to try to determine what killed him.
All right, I'll try that. Does anybody want to give me some help here with their hope?
Yeah, I'll spend a hope.
Thank you,
all
sir.
right. So using your seraph knowledge
nice guy.
of healing.
Whoa, there we go. 10 on the hope die, 8 on the fear, and 5 on the advantage. 23, baby. Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go.
You have read of evil magic, necromantic magic, compulsion magic, and you know that there are certain types of magic that can be done.
Time delay.
That will basically on certain triggers can do an effect, like kill someone.
So like the trigger was if you ever speak about this encounter, you die, and you spoke about the encounter and died.
That's what you probably think happened.
Okay. So we're dealing with some really scary magic here, guys. I just say we go back to the forest and get some more mushrooms and make some more money. That's what I say. That's my vote. My vote is
At this
go
What
point,
about my underwear?
Jack. Can we just go home, Jack? Let's just go home. We'll buy you some new underwear. I just have to sell like, a dozen shrooms or so. We'll get you some real nice underwear.
I would also remind you, yeah, you're missing the underwear, you're missing the holy symbol, and you're missing that that jewel you
Yeah.
carried around for a long
I
time.
definitely was. I was attached to that pendant, but not that attached. Not to deal with a dude who can like make you die for just thinking about him. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear someone approach as you all are in this place,
Oh no.
and you hear a Jack, Jack, Bruce.
He came for his glasses.
No, not that guy.
If somebody's calling out my name and Baruch's name, it's
It's
somebody.
okay. He won't be able to see us. The glasses are.
Where's that weasel? And you can hear Finnegan Fumblebutt's voice.
Oh,
Someone you've worked with
My
before.
bodyguard.
I
Yes.
love this dude.
Man,
He's a halfling. He says, "Hey, guess what? I got some work for us if you're interested."
What's that?
Yeah. Well, how did the trip go? Did you gather anything? Did you get some money?
we got ripped off.
Yeah, we got waylaid in the middle of the night by an army of undead and a dwarf that has a salt and pepper beard and one eye, and they
What?
stole all our stuff. Yeah, it was awesome.
A dwarf with a
Yeah, I burnt their ship down just to, because revenge.
noble reaction. Yes.
Hmm.
Pepper beard. What else about him?
Apparently, he has a glass eye.
Oh, we don't know.
Patch over, or he wears a
Glass
patch.
eye. Actually, I do know someone with a glass eye. Anyway,
And he's somehow associated with the palace.
oh well, that's what I wanted to tell you about. I actually did some work. I got a connection, and you see, I got a job opportunity. They're actually looking for some guards or servants at the palace. Actually, now that you mention it, you're interested. It pays pretty well.
Like how many? How well? How many handfuls of gold would it give us?
Yeah.
Well, for some reason,
I don't want handfuls. I want bags.
well, I believe it the palace here is extremely wealthy, right? And it pays a bag of gold a week.
A bag a week?
A bag a
That's-
week.
It's a lot of. That's
It's a lot of gold. It's a lot of handfuls of gold.
It's in fact 10 handfuls.
yeah.
Only if you're counting.
It's a lot of nuts.
That's actually that's
Good old
so now I know how much I should be charging these guards at the palace whenever they come looking for a pick me up.
No, they wouldn't do that. Finnegan is actually from the city, and he's just as naive as the rest of them.
Right.
You know who sees everything? It's the guards. So
Yeah, it's just curious that they're hiring guards in a town that don't usually have guards.
there's been
Well,
an
they're hiring,
uptick in
like-
thief theft lately.
Yeah, you
They're
showed up
hiring,
5 minutes ago. Exactly.
Somebody got the glasses stolen. There's been arson. It's
Yeah. Since we got here, a ship got burnt down, someone's glasses got stolen, and a dude got murdered.
You do find a handful of gold in Jeffrey's place, and if you wanted that. But the Finnegan will go on and says, "Oh, actually, they're only hiring 2 guards, but they're looking for cooks. They're looking for a playmate, apparently, with the princess. They're looking for a court jester,
Oh
apparently.
my.
They're also looking for some servants.
Don't get creepy with us. Don't tell me that the
What?
10-year-old
No, not like that.
playmate. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why you had to take it there, but you did, and here we are. You're interested?
I don't mind being a guard.
Well, what about the rest of you?
So who would be the playmate?
Well, somehow I don't think you'd make a good one. No offense. You're kind of a big flying giant.
I mean,
I don't only
all
think
we
you
have-
could fit in a room.
I guess all we would have to do is find out what her favorite animal is.
Oh yeah, guys, I bet that she would really like you.
A unicorn.
I'm sure she wants a pony. I mean, come on.
I don't know if I can pull that out of my bag of tricks here. I don't know if pony is in my repertoire just yet.
Probably not. Let me see.
But I could turn
It's
into a
this way, I
cat
can-
or a dog or a goldfish.
Oh, that seems dangerous.
Especially if you do a cat and a gold. But anyway, yeah, just
He puts the climb out of his bowl and
Yeah. But
hey, you want to stay?
I could really use a nap.
You want to
Nap
stay at
would
my
be
place?
great.
We can go there in the morning.
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Get a little money. We could scope out the place. We could figure out who this dwarf is.
It's called Dwarf, right? All right. You can go to Finnegan's place.
Hey, Finnegan, how's your dad, by the way?
You know, he comes and goes. I think he's working at a tanner these days. Kind of stinks, if I'm being honest. So when he comes home, just act like you don't smell it, okay? It really stinks. Just act like you don't smell the tanning oil.
Okay.
All right, let's go. He'll take you to the cheaper area of this city. And he has like a 2-room little hovel made of wood. And he does take you in. You see his father sitting on a nice padded chair, and he stinks. It's real bad. Do any of you make a comment?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm stick some tissues at my nose.
I used my my wild touch to just create a pleasant scent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Give me some of that.
I just spray some perfume in your face.
His halfling mother comes out and goes, "Oh, look at you, my little son, going about and doing things. Did you find any work today?" And they start having a conversation. She's like, "Oh, let me go make you a meal." And she goes back into the kitchen, and you hear clanking and noise from the kitchen. I hope it doesn't take too much to feed the big guy.
Surprisingly,
do you all
he
want to
has
do
a
anything?
small appetite.
Do you all want to do anything else before the next day?
Yeah, we'll be able to compensate you.
Speak for yourself.
The father speaks up and says, "Fumblebutt, how come they got money to compensate us and you're still living with us?" And they start having you start an argument between the two.
Nice.
But anywho, the night will go by. If you want to take another long rest, you can clear your stress or any other problems, take a hit point back, or fix your armor slots.
Yeah, I'll fix my armor slot.
Do
Stress.
we want to? What time is it?
10:45.
1:50. Do we want to level up?
What?
Sure.
See what that's like. Just let's see what it's like.
Let's do
I
it.
mean, yes.
You got beaten to death. That's if this is Dragon Ball Z, that gives you levels.
Sure. I never say no to leveling up. It's like in Ghostbusters. If someone says, "Ask you if you're God," you say yes. It's the same thing. If
Of
you ask
course.
a player if they want to level up.
So I think you can do it from your characters. It's probably the the hamburger thing.
Yeah, and then you go to the character builder, and then when you go to the character builder, you can hit level up.
Right. So if you click the hamburger, the 3 lines next to your name, you can go to character burger. Character builder.
So funny.
Yes.
Go ahead and level up Fumble Butt so I can follow along.
So level 2, gain an experience,
Yeah.
increase your damage threshold severity. I guess this is unique to each class. What it goes up.
There is slight differences between them. Let me go ahead and share mine.
So you just go to the character builder and select a level 2. Is that all I do?
I believe so. Let me share this. So yeah, so you select level 2 on your level here. You'll see that a number 4 appears next to the level up section, so you can click that. And you do get some things automatically. So at level 2, everyone gets an additional experience. So that's something you can, again, those are like little phrases or little professions or whatever that you can put on your character sheet to get a +1 in. Everyone's proficiency goes up 1 automatically, which means if your weapon does 1d10, it'll now do 2d10. Or if you do 1d8, it'll now do 2d8. That's what proficiency does in this game. As well as selecting one of these, 2 of these options. What's the 0-4? It's weird. So you can pick create an experience, increase damage threshold, your severe threshold, get another proficiency. Oh no, those happen automatically. Never mind. I'm sorry. Level up options. Here they are. So if you click level up options, here's all the ones you can select from. Most people are probably going to do increased traits. Like I would do that for Fumble Butt. And after that, it could be whatever.
Do we get to pick 2 of these or one of these, or is it 2 of them?
So you
2.
get on the left list here, you get all these, but as part of level up option, you get to pick 2 of the ones over here on the right.
And the traits are like our agility, strength, and stuff, right? So
Yep, you get to increase 2 traits
by +1.
if you select that one.
Mm-hmm.
So Fumble Butt is probably going to maybe I'll increase invasion. Or maybe I'll increase his minor threshold. By the way, they're thinking about getting rid of minor thresholds in version 1.5.
Really?
Yeah, so you always take at least 1 damage, I guess. If you unless you negate it to 0. But he'll increase major threshold. Why not? So for his traits, he's gonna go up in agility and let's do instinct. For his experience, he's going to say his new experience will be, I will find you. He'll now get that +1 to find people, including his compatriots in a city. That's the experience he got. And then, of course, you'll be able to select 1 new domain skill. But you can get a level 2 domain skill now. Domain card. Let's see. So I can get Soldier's Bond once per long rest. If you compliment someone or ask them about something they are good at, you can take 3 hope. Wow. So you can get 3 hope instead of 2. Ferocity, when you cause an enemy to mark any hit points, spend 2 hope to temporarily increase your evasion. Number of hit points you dealt. What? Wow. And it lasts until someone hits you? Oh, that targets me. Oh, no. Still pretty good.
Did we pick one domain also? Or is that
Yep.
no,
One
okay.
domain. Yep. And you'll notice you have level 2 options now. So most likely you'll want to pick one of your level 2 options. Oh, I can spin. That's pretty good. No, that is definitely not me.
Ooh, interesting. I could do Shadow Bind. I make a spellcast roll against all enemies within very close range, and if I succeed, they're all restrained. I can pin their shadows in them.
Yep.
That's cool.
I think I'm gonna get reckless. So I basically Fumblebutt could spin to stress and get advantage on attack roll. Alrighty. And then that's it. Just be sure to select to pick your experience. Fumblebutt now has 3 experiences. I'm not short. Don't die on me, and I will find you. Not that Fumblebutt matters too much. Just for illustration. What about the rest of you?
So I bumped my instinct, which is my primary casting ability, and my weapon attack ability. I also bumped knowledge in case, we want to use
It's gone
that
up a couple times.
in the future. And then I took an additional stress because I apparently am going to move in and out of beast form quite a bit. And every time I do that, I take stress. And then the spell I took was Conjure Swarm. And I have a question about it. So, Tekaira, I don't know if I'm saying that correct. Tekaira, armored beetles. So basically, I can cover myself in a swarm of beetles, mark an armor slot to encircle myself. So I'm using an armor slot. And then when I take damage, I can reduce the damage by my armor score.
Their armor score.
Yeah. So I'm throwing this in chat. Help me understand how.
That's really good. Wow. What was that called again? Oh,
I just
there.
threw it in chat.
Armored beetles. Mark an armor slot to encircle yourself in beetles. When you take damage, you can reduce damage by your armor score. Anytime you reduce damage this way, the beetles will dissipate unless you spend a hope to keep them alive. Yeah, so it turns an armor slot into the beetles, basically, right? And usually when you would use an armor slot to remove damage, you can actually just spend hope and keep it there, keep it going. So it's like an unlimited armor slot as long as you have hope to spend.
And then the way that the armor works is that as long as the damage I've taken doesn't exceed the armor, I just negate it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah. So if you take 18 damage, right? What's your armor right now?
4.
Your armor score. 4. Yeah, so not 18. Let's say you take 9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend the beetle slot, 2 other armor slots. You negate it completely. You don't take any damage. You can spend a hope and you'll keep the beetle slot. You won't actually spend that slot.
Okay. So it's basically giving me an armor slot that as long as I have hope, I'm not losing it. Got it.
Yep. I think that seems like the advantage of it.
Yeah. And that's not
It's
the only thing that it does. It also, I can cast a spell on a close enemy on a success, spend hope, and have it be swarmed by fireflies that do 2d8 damage. So it's also offensive.
Yep. 2d8, it must do your proficiency, I guess. Or it's just straight 2d8.
2d8 plus your proficiency, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so that might be 3d8 now, unless it's already factored in for you.
It's factored in. It says 2d8.
Oh, okay. That's why. That's cool. Something kind of interesting is that your thresholds increase a little bit as you go up levels. Your hit points can increase a little bit, but damage scales pretty fast in this game to give you an idea of how dangerous it can be later levels.
Yes.
So it's kind of the opposite, I think, of 5e, where 5e you can just kind of survive forever at upper levels, and no one's actually in danger of dying. But this, it gets scary, I guess, is what they're going for.
Oh, and since I struggled trying to figure out where those undead things went, I took an experience called tracking. So hopefully I'll do better at that next
Cool.
time.
Oh, so you got tracking, nice. Yeah, yeah, you didn't quite make it into the water. The what about Bruce?
So spellcasting rolls. What I roll for that?
For you, spellcasting is finesse.
Oh, okay. So I went ahead and did the
And
increase
it doesn't have
trade.
to be spells, by the way. It can be flavored however you want. It can be like a little device, like some powder or something like that.
So I increased my traits of agility and finesse.
Okay.
And then uh, or can I only do one? Or my level up options can I only do that one thing? Or no, I guess I increased. Okay, never mind.
You get all those things. So your proficiency goes up one, you get the experience. Yeah.
I increased invasion by 1 too, I believe. So
Oh yeah, that increases 2 traits. Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, it didn't show the other trait for some reason. But anyway, and then I don't know, domain. I'm tied between Shadowbind, where I pin enemies' shadows where they are, restrain them that way.
Yeah.
Or I could do tell no lies, where they can't lie to me, but that doesn't make them have to say anything. If they decide not to speak, then they get stressed.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know.
Oh, they get a stress if they keep it in.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I guess another thing, Midnight Spirit would be interesting. But I have to spend a hope to do that. I summon like an arcane spirit, same size as myself, and it can move and
Keep in
carry
mind,
around.
if you're max stress and you take another stress, you actually take a hit point damage. So it's kind of an interesting mechanic there.
Oh, okay. So I could do like a Midnight Spirit also, and that can attack. What do you guys think? Should I do Shadowbind, Tonal Lies, or Midnight Spirit?
What's Midnight Spirit?
I spend a hope and I summon an arcane spirit the same size as myself that can move or carry things until my next short rest. I can also send it to make an attack roll on an enemy.
Oh, nice.
And it rolls an amount of d6 equal to my spellcast trait and deal that much magic damage to target. But then it dissipates. I can only have one spirit time.
You can have it go kamikaze on someone.
Yeah, and I guess that would be
3d6.
Yeah, 3d6. And then when it's not doing that, I can walk around and carry stuff, do whatever I want.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like a little ninja thing.
Yeah, I can make it look like a humanoid, like shadow and form. That'd be kind of cool, right? Like a living shadow or something.
Yeah,
neat.
Pretty cool.
All those kind of work for your character, like all ninja skills.
Yeah.
I think I would do Midnight Spirit. Why not, right?
Okay,
It's kind of cool.
It's probably the most fun.
Yeah, because if it's not in combat, then you can have it do all kinds of.
I can also be like, you go ahead of me and scout ahead.
Can you see through it or something like that? Or just like go and report back to you.
Yeah, I can't see through it. I didn't say anything about that. So but I can have it set off traps or something.
Yeah, walk into a trap.
So I guess the only thing that leaves is creating experience. I have to think about that for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could do like hang on, anything where you're hanging your tail.
3d6. That's and
yeah, it's pretty good.
It doesn't. I mean, it just acts on its own, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Midnight. I think you still have to roll something for it.
Oh, you still have to make a spell cast roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes an attack, which is a spellcast roll. Yeah. But it allows you to attack something very far away. So yeah, I don't know. Your normal weapon does, if you were next to them, does 2d8 plus 3 versus this would be 3d6. So I think the advantage of it is that you can do it to something far away without having to get close and put yourself in trouble.
Yeah. It could be handy. or attacking from behind or something. While they're fighting me or something. Gosh, I don't know. What's my? I'm smiling thief, and what's my other thing? Are you able to see my character sheet right now?
Shadow something. Let me see. You are a
Oh, catch me if you can.
Nightwalker.
Um,
Seaborn.
Oh, your experiences are the Smiling Thief and Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, your experiences. Yeah, sorry. Smiling Thief and Catch Me If You Can. Yeah.
I'm gonna do one called Stabby McStab. So I'm like really good blades. So
Okay. As long as you're stabbing. All right. And then we come to Jack of all trades.
Well, I'm kind of caught between body basher, forceful push, or I am your shield. Body basher, you use the full force of your body in the fight. Successful attack with a melee weapon, always add your strength trait to your damage total. I thought that happened anyways when I.
Nope.
No.
So that'll be adding +3 potentially to everything if you increased your traits.
Well, I didn't increase my strength. I wanted to increase. I increased agility and finesse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And then it'd just be +2 to your damage.
Yeah. Forceful push. When you make a successful melee attack, you can push the target out of melee range and spend a hope to make them temporarily vulnerable. And a success with hope, add an additional 1d6 to your damage type on this attack. Shield, that's pretty straightforward. When an ally very close to you is going to take damage, you may mark a stress to stand in its way and take the damage instead. Reduce the damage by a value equal to your strength trait. You may also reduce the damage by spending armor slots.
Yep, that's a good one.
How close is very close?
In D&D terms, it'd be 5 to 15 feet, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Melee is 5 feet. Very close is 5 to 15 feet. It's actually your weapon range.
Well, my weapon range is always very close, even though I've got
Yeah.
this holy axe, which is probably about 7 feet long.
Yeah.
Right, because you're a giant, you have reach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very close is 5 to 15 feet.
Okay, I'll go with I am your shield.
It's a good one.
And let me I just want to go back just to talk about a couple things. The experience I took, and I think this is probably the job I might take at the castle, is chef to the royal family.
So you got some cooking ability.
Yeah.
Anything to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. And keep in mind, they're not like strictly as you might think. If you can come with the idea of how it might, I don't know, even that one, it's like if it's like
The weapon, how to kill somebody with
I
a
guess,
blade.
yeah, something like that. Exactly. Did you pick Bruce, your experience?
yeah, I'm stabby slap.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
I had a slap in it too. It's on my blades, basically.
Yeah.
Swashbuckler would be more of a standard name, but who wants to do that?
Yeah. You want to pick this up next time, or do you want to?
It's up to you guys. If you guys want to, I mean, I don't care.
Right?
It's getting kind of late, but I don't know. What do you guys?
Could go another 20 minutes if you want.
Fine with that.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go another 20 minutes.
All right. The night goes by. You all can reduce stress, remove your stress, get hit points back, repair armor slots if you want. And the next day, Fumblebutt will guide you to the palace. It's not actually in the palace; it's right outside the palace at a little stone structure that they have set up there outside the palace. Did you all want to do any of that tabloid weird stuff, or are you good just to go to the palace now?
Well, sure. What the heck? On our way to the palace, I'll pick up a newspaper.
All right. For this, roll a just presence roll. It'll determine how much is really in this paper.
All of us are just Jack.
Someone can help if you want, but Jack's the one picking it up. It's low stakes, so probably not
Joe and
worth. Yeah.
14 with hope.
Okay, you get a hope back. 14. Yeah, you read some type of scandal like thing that happened in the Shallow. Back when Shallow is the city on the mainland. It's where you actually went to drop off that adventure, and you got attacked on the way back from there. But some type of scandal with a certain dwarf named I can never remember names. I'm terrible at this. Come on, where did I put it? Philip Ironthrone. You hear about some scandal that went on. He was a big general, not general, but like strategist, trying to take out the undeadlings or trying to defend against the undeadlings. And his wife actually got killed somehow. It's claiming that the government did it of Shallows. Sounds kind of weird. The usual kind of tabloid stuff you see. And it is said that it's the very same Philip Ironthrone that has come to advise the King the Everglades, the royal family here in Deep Shore. They're claiming that they're the same person.
Mysterious dwarf who has an army of undead. Nice.
Philip.
His name is Philip.
It sounds evil.
Right?
What was his wife killed by?
It just claimed it was like some government royal family stuff. You see a lot. You see, they don't actually know, and so they're saying like, perhaps it was the king didn't like him for some reason. Perhaps they didn't like his strategies. They go on to all these things, and it's like you're not really sure. The whole thing seems sketchy to some degree.
Does.
But you can head to the recruitment center. It's a stone building outside the palace, outside the palace walls. It looks to be somewhat reinforced. You imagine this is probably the entrance to the actual barracks where a lot of the guards and soldiers will actually sleep in a lot of cases. But this is just the entrance to it. It spans out with two wings that go left and right of this place. As you enter through this reinforced door, you see a gentleman and wearing full plate armor. He's middle aged, looks to be past his fighting prime, but he can still stand upright easily, and he seems to have some type of authority. And he says, he looks at Finnegan and points at him and says, "Bredigus, right?" Finnegan corrects him, and they start talking, and eventually you get the idea that there are many positions that they're looking for help. They're only looking for 2 guard positions, which Finnegan is suggesting that he takes one. But then they're also looking for a court jester. They seem to have gotten bored of the other one, and so he's moved on somewhere. They're looking for a playmate if someone looks to have some interesting person that could keep the princess entertained. They're looking for servants, handmaids. Looks at all of you and is like, probably not. Cooks, butlers, bridesmen, if you have any experience driving carriages. It seems to be what's on the list.
So no extra guards? for me to be one?
Two guards. Finnegan wants one of the
okay.
positions.
I want the other guard. I will not be a jester. This monkey will not dance for you.
The ordered guard guy says, but you look like you could be a good jester. You have that monkey thing.
Put him in a red vest and
You
have
can
a
tie a nice bow around the tail.
Hmm.
But he says, very well. Yeah, you look like you can handle yourself.
Yeah,
And-
pull up.
I'm gonna ask
Except the
him.
giant. All right, go ahead.
Sorry,
Since he looks at the giant and says, it would seem that the guards taken. What are you interested, good giant sir?
Well, I'm a pretty good cook. I'd like to work
Really?
in the kitchen. Yes.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully your wings don't get in the way, but you're probably fine. It's big, tall ceilings, 14-foot ceilings. You should be fine. And what does a Garricus even look like right now?
Does the princess have a pet?
Do you say this as a squirrel or do you say this as a fungal?
I'm the fungal.
Oh, okay. He goes, the princess does not have a pet, but the princess does have a lot of plushies, a lot of bears. I think she has like a squirrel. She has a cat. I don't know. I see a lot. They spoil her with all the plushies. She even puts them on the guards. It's annoying, to be honest.
What would you say is her favorite plushie? Which one does she adorn the garden?
The one that seems to follow her around the most is a like a small dog. Or sorry, the one that doesn't follow, the one that she carries around with her. She literally ties it around her back with a ribbon.
All right, what color is this dog?
Yellowish brown.
Okay,
These are strange questions.
All right, he's gonna understand it in about 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, you turn into the yellow brown dog.
A yellowish brown dog and go woof woof, take me to the princess.
A talking dog. Well, you must be a druid, yes? Don't see many of those in the city, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, this would be wonderful. Wonderful indeed. Just so you know, you have to sign a separate contract for this position that says that you will be put to death if you do anything like kidnap her or do anything to purposely harm her and stuff like that. But
why would I do anything to harm a young girl? That's weird.
I'm sorry. I can't take this. You're talking to me as a dog. It's strange. Can you come back?
Oh, I would never hurt a hair on the princess's head. Okay, that's just rude of you to. But I'll sign your piece of paper.
My character is thinking, that's not against my contract.
I know, it's awesome. You're like, I'm gonna stab the shit out of her if I get a chance.
All right, he pulls out a contract. You can put a paw print on it if you want.
Yeah,
And,
that's exactly what I do. Paw print.
And he says, "This is very strange."
I'm just picturing it's like the corgi from
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Yes, the corgi from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
That's what I turned into.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can start today if you'd like. Let's see. Finnegan, you are going to you're going to be guarding the roof. There's a guard that has to walk up the roof today. You're going to walk up there and just keep a lookout. No drinking. And otherwise you're not going to have any trouble with your height, are you? And Finnegan goes, "No, I won't have any trouble with my height. I'm not that short." All right. Bruce, that you will let's see, where, and he looks at his logbook. Yes, they need a guard in the main hall, so you'll be that. Your job is to stand, look there, and just make sure no one attacks.
Sounds good. I can do it.
Hasn't actually happened in, I don't know, 60 years, I think, but whatever. And let's see, the cook. Believe it or not, you are going to the kitchen. And lastly, Agaricus, you have to come with me. We're going to meet the lady. All right.
Righty. Just don't put a
Have a-
collar and try to put a leash on me. We'll be good to go.
he Oh wait, are you planning to? God, it's so weird talking to a dog. Are you planning to be like this the entire time? Are you going to introduce yourself first? Or are we
No,
trying to deceive the lady?
I think she would just appreciate having a talking dog, don't you?
Well, yes, but just n- no deception. We tell the lady all the truth. We don't have to act like
Yeah,
you're a real dog.
you can absolutely tell her that I'm not a dog if you want to, but
This is the weirdest conversation I think I've ever had in my career, but that is fine. Um,
I mean, she's gonna see what she sees.
yes, a talking dog. Yeah, okay, it hears. Um, okay, let's go. They will take you through the main gates. They actually walk up to the gate. The guard at the gate sees you coming. He signals up to the top, who signals back down the other side, and the portcullis starts raising. Jack and Agaricus both recognize with your, call it, passive instinct. You're not even sure they looked at who was coming. They're just like, someone's coming up, open the gate. But the you walk through, you head up through a bit of a garden area, and you come to the main entrance of the palace. The palace itself looks to be 3 stories high. It does have crenellations along the top, those little square things. You see 2 reinforced wrought iron reinforced doors in the front of it that are one of them's currently ajar. There's 2 guards standing on either side who as you go by, they wave friendly enough. You walk in, and they take you into what appears to be a main hall. It's a pretty big room. You look off to the right, and you see a smaller door that looks to be like on the side of a wall kind of thing, and you're pretty sure it looks like one of the stereotypical basement doors. You're pretty sure it leads to a basement. On the other side, you see just a wooden door that leads to some back room. You're not sure. But anyways, in this main hall, at the end of it and to the left a little, you actually see a raised platform with some felt. And you see 2 opulent thrones there with with one figure, the lady, the royal lady. You will through
Is she,
now or from other point.
is she considered a queen? Is she the queen then?
Yeah,
Or-
Queen.
okay.
Queen Isabella Everglade. There's also a doorway heading further into the palace that goes on the other side that you can just go through and it goes further into the palace somewhere. But anywho, the guard will turn to Jack and say, "Yes, so you go through that corridor, and it's going to be on your right. There's a kitchen there. If you just keep going down that way, you can't miss it. You could probably smell it." Bruce, weird name. You are stationed right here, and he points to like the corner of this room. This is the main hall. You look around. You don't see any other guards. You think you're the only guard in here. And did you even give me your name? You would have given his name as part of your sign
What
up
about
for this.
what?
Gark. Oh yes, Fumblebutt. He already dismissed Fumblebutt. He went up
Oh,
some outside ladders to the top of this place.
gotcha.
But and that's just Fumblebutt getting out of it because he's not a real player. And then Agaricus, yes, come with me. Are you still a dog? Oh jeez. So he takes you and walks you up to the lady. The queen. The queen is Isabella is a vision of grace and elegance. She has a silver tiara that's glinting in the candlelight here that you can see on her head. Her gown is made of the finest silks and shimmering with every movement. But she seems to have a warm and inviting smile. She has long flowing hair of almost golden blonde. But she has a bit of an intelligent look to her. and she sees you coming, and says, "Did you bring me a dog?" And the guard here, who hasn't actually introduced his name, says, "Yes, this is the suggested playmate of Princess Elara, Your Grace." And she says, "No, I think I didn't want just an animal. I wanted something, like a real person who could keep her entertained, not just a pup."
A talking dog's not entertaining.
She looks and goes, "I have to roll something real quick. Ah, I see. A druid?"
Yes, I thought that the princess may like this appearance better than my actual appearance.
"Oh, what is your actual appearance?" The captain of the guard goes, "He is a fungro, my lady. They're out in the shroom forest out there. That's been kind of dangerous as of late." She looks kind of annoyed at the mention of danger, and she's like, "Ugh, it's outside the city. Crap, I don't care."
It could take many forms, whatever the
Yes.
princess.
Oh, I think she would definitely like that. Actually, she has. Oh, there she is now, and you see Princess Elara, somewhat of a striking figure with long raven black hair and pale skin. Looks like her skin's powdered. Her eyes are dark, like almost like her irises are a dark brown. Her lips are painted to be black, and she wears a dark, almost gothic-like dress with lace and ribbons. On her back is the plushie I told you about that's tied with a ribbon. And she comes over to Bruce and says, "I'm gonna tie this to you." And she takes out her little plushie and puts it up to Bruce and starts. She like a tail and starts tying it to your tail. Are you gonna let her?
Yay. Sure.
All right.
I mean, if she wants to
Um,
give me something to steal, sure. I'm teasing. I can sell the tabloids. Look at this. This is from the princess. No, I'm kidding.
But before she even finishes tying it, she looks over and sees a Garrus and says, "A dog!" And she just drops it on the ground, doesn't even finish tying it to your tail. And it comes over. "Wow, I just love dogs. Is
Start
this my
wagging
dog?"
my tail and walk over to her affectionately.
"Wow. Wow, this is so great. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you for giving me this. I don't hate you as much right now." You see the queen look annoyed a little bit, and says, "Yes, yes, he is not yours. He is, um, uh, unlike some of the other places in the kingdom. I can't remember the name of real quick. Unlike some like Misty Peaks, we don't actually deal in slavery." And she looks confused. And says, "But it's just a dog." She's the
And I
queen
and
will
I
say,
can
okay.
speak it. Oh, go ahead. The queen can speak. That's fine. I don't want to
Oh no,
interrupt the queen.
she was gonna answer too. She's like, "Well, he does speak."
Yes, I do speak, and I take many forms. I was told that
A
you.
talking dog.
Yeah, I was told that you like dogs, but I could be other things.
I like
I do have
lots of
limitations.
other things. Oh, you want to see my room? I got lots of different ones. You look over towards Bruce, and you see the doll on the ground wink at you, and you realize, the hallucinations. But
But really, is that a hallucination? I hope so.
Did I see the doll wink?
no, you didn't see the doll wink. So she'll lead you off to her room that's on the second floor.
Right.
The kitchen seems to have two cooks in there. They seem to be going about frantically, trying to get things done quickly. One of the cooks had left the city recently, and they've been a little bit out of sorts. You see the head cook, this bit of a burly woman, is with holding a rolling pin with a comical chef hat on top, going, "No, you're boiling it wrong. You got to do it right." And she's yelling at this elf girl, who seems to be looking almost wild-eyed, not really knowing what to do. As you walk into this kitchen, are you the? She looks up. Are you the new help?
Why, yes, I am.
Well, do what I say, or you won't get hurt. She says, and her threat seems almost comical to you. It comes off flat completely.
I'm just gonna reach down with two fingers, just gently take the rolling pin out of her hand and goes, "Oh, this is a good quality product," and hand it back to her.
Yes, well, we only get the top quality. I need you to go carry some firewood. And she starts giving you instructions. Um, all right, Bruce. As when they leave,
Mhm.
the king will eventually show up. He's a rotund and jovial figure with a crown of gold and jewels. He has black hair. His face is flushed with mirth, and his laughter fills the room when he enters, laughing about something.
Is it Santa
He's sipping
Claus?
from a golden goblet. He doesn't seem to have a beard or anything, but he wears luxurious velvet robe, and his fingers have rings on them. But coming up next to him, as he's the person he is laughing with, basically, is a dwarf.
Oh, is it the dwarf?
You see a sophisticated and cunning obvious advisor, to this royal family. He wears a velvet tunic adorned with gold and silver embroidery, and a silver circlet rests on his brow underneath his hair. His beard is neatly trimmed, not like what you saw before. And his one good eye is sharp and calculating. His other eye seems to just be polished glass, looking a single direction. Pat's random guess that was correct. And he has he carries himself with this air of respectability, though, when he's walking. And he is obviously telling the king some joke that you hear the punchline of, which is, and that wasn't even my foot. And the king starts laughing. Uh, the king sits down next to the queen, and they start discussing some stuff. Their discussion seems to go over the state of Shallows, and their campaign against the undeadlings. As he's talking is just when the princess is leaving, and you actually hear him go, "How you doing, Princess Alara?" And Alara turns and says, "Philip, bye," and leaves.
Hmm.
You hear the king go, "I don't know how you do that. She just seems to hate us so much." And the dwarf just kind of shrugs and says, "Some people just got the charm, I guess." And the king laughs at him.
Is the king's
Um,
name Sean?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
And sometimes you just gotta slap her, he says.
Gotta go slap.
Um, Anywho,
King Khan, Sean Khan.
we head to,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we can end it soon here, but we'll head to the playroom where the princess takes Agaricus up into this room. It seems to be a double room where the first part is just like this play area. In the second part, there's a doorway heading to her bedroom. But in the play area, there is just a massive amount of all these stinking plushies everywhere. She just loves these dolls. And as she heads there, she says, I really like the plushies. Can you look like a cat?
What color cat would you like me to look like?
Pink.
I mean, sure, I'll turn into a pink cat.
Wow, that's amazing. I have one just like that. And she points to one of her plushies.
Does it wink at me?
No, but it it does stand up. It does stand up though, and like slide off the shelf, and it'll start like waddling towards you, but it's just another illusion.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Bruce, roll an instinct. See if you notice something.
I roll 14 with fear.
14 with fear. Well, you're going to take a stress from this because the dwarf, Philip, scans the room, stops on you, scans the room, looks back at you, looks back, and you take a stress because you're almost certain he recognized you.
Can I like try to disguise myself, like slouch and make myself cross-eyed?
You could if you had said it before he looked at you.
Darn it. Next experience is going to be Master of Disguise.
Okay.
That little plushie comes and hugs the cat.
Yeah.
And you're starting to get worried as you feel a sharp pain. No armor slots. Just straight. Let me roll for it.
What now?
You take 7 damage.
Me?
You take 7 damage.
A what? Do what now?
No armor slots. You were not ready for it. As this plushie, you now feel the cold trickle of blood, and you look with your little cat head up at this plushie, and the princess says, "I just love Philip's gifts he's given me." And you look up and you see within the little beady eyes of this plushie, behind 2 little buttons, you see 2 bright blue dead eyes staring back at you. We'll probably stop there.
That's disturbing. Sandy roll. Oh, wrong game.
That is really creepy. Okay, so
yeah, I'll also say you start seeing some of the other plushies. You start hearing them dum, dum, as they slip off of the shelves.
it's gonna be fun. Well, I guess it's a good thing is I'm a cat and I can get the heck out of there. Hopefully. Are there any? Yeah. I'll save those questions for next time. That's funny. So
I was trying to build up the illusions that you were seeing the whole time so that you wouldn't expect it when it was real.
So that I wouldn't be freaked out when one started walking over there. Yeah, that's good. No, I mean, it makes sense. I pretty much
Exclusive.
always under the influence of something. Yeah. So you never know when it's a hallucination or if it's a real thing.
Yep. So anywho, I think we did say there's going to be a 2-shot, right? That's kind of how I had planned it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah. Or 4-shot.
Maybe be a 3-shot or a 4-shot. Whatever.
3-shot. Yeah, something like that.
A 23 shot. Who knows?
A 23-shot.
That's fun.
Well, let's not shoot our shots. So getting up these.
Oh, actually, can I do one more thing?
Sure.
We head back to a where was it? To a stormy night. A bolt of lightning illuminates a grand cathedral, perhaps a Gothic castle, it's hard to tell. But it's silhouetted and etched against the sky when the lightning goes off. You hear the rumbling thunder. We move up to the glowing window, and we see a shadow, a silhouette casted by some eerie light within this room. A feminine form with a high collar, almost a comical, stereotypical lich-like clothes with a cape, but you can only see the silhouette of it. And a woman's voice and says, "But how are you gonna get the minions into the palace?" And you hear a dwarf voice respond, "Oh, I got a connection. I know just how I'll do it." And that's where we'll end it.
Da-da-da.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to come back for the next session of The Pirate's Lament.
When the dice roll high, we touch the sky. But when they